my intense fear of crocodiles and alligators. I thought I would share this with you today because my friends already know about it, and they help me out by sending me alligator memes. They send me stories about people in Florida carrying alligators on their shoulders. And of course, they send me articles about people getting eaten by alligators. My friends are lovely, so please hop on the pile. You may wonder why I am so intensely afraid of alligators. And partly it's because a little girl in New Orleans playing on top of the levee one day when she was 7 years old was throwing the ball up, and the ball rolled down on the inside of the levee. And inside in New Orleans, there was an alligator, maybe about 20 feet away. And that made a huge impression on this little girl. And that started the intense fear of alligators. Also, my family in New Orleans, Louisiana, we were always water skiing in the bayous and swimming in the bayous. And of course, there were alligators, which started my intense fear of alligators. Now, fast forward to February of 2020, I was in Costa Rica, and there are crocodiles in Costa Rica. And this is before COVID and everything shut down. And I was on a yoga retreat, and we had the opportunity to paddleboard in a mango grove. Doesn't this sound amazing? One small detail, that there are crocodiles. And I'm like, oh, crocodiles in the mango grove. And they're like, oh my God, don't be such a baby. We're not going to get eaten by crocodiles. Oh my God. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to go because there are crocodiles in this river. Everyone's making fun of me. You're being such a baby. No one gets eaten by crocodiles. I'm thinking they don't have the same regulations we do in the United States because, you know, that would be such a huge insurance liability. So people are making fun of me. Oh my gosh, you're such a baby. Of course you're not going to be eaten by crocodiles. Come on. So I go. And I'm with the guide the whole time. I'm just paddling alongside the guide. And everyone goes way ahead of him on the river. Okay. So I'm the baby paddling alongside of him, and everyone's making fun of me. So the tide goes one way the whole way, and then we stop at a pivot point. Everyone takes out alcohol, they're drinking, and I'm thinking, maybe I'm making too big of a deal about the crocodile. Well, you know, okay, maybe I heard wrong. This isn't such a big deal. It's beautiful. There are mango trees that are overhead, and the guy doesn't really speak that much English. My Spanish isn't very good. Now, there's another woman on the tour who did speak Spanish because she had lived in Venezuela. She worked for the Peace Corps, and so she was doing some translating. This is a native bird, and these are some native wildcats. And so because of the translation, we were able to enjoy what the guide was telling us. So it was an amazing tour. Now, at some point, the tide changes, and we're able to go back with the tide. It's shifted. So on the way back, the guide starts calling out. Now, everybody else is way ahead of the guide. And I'm paddling alongside of him, and he starts screaming at everybody else. They can't hear him, of course. They're way ahead. And I'm asking, why is he screaming? And she said, hold on. Yeah, at the bend of the river, everybody should hang left because there are crocodiles up there. Now, it's interesting to observe yourself in this situation. Step one, I paddle up next to the guide. I don't think he's going to save me. Let's be clear. It's going to be an every man, every woman for yourself. But I do think I'm going to, you know, maybe just it's safety in numbers type of thing. Okay. The second thing I think is, what he does say, hang left because they're about to go into a nest of mothers with babies. And what I think to myself in this situation is, you know, hang next to the guide and, oh, good, a mother with babies. Can we get maybe aggressive males? That would be a little bit more dangerous. You know, a mother with babies, that's pretty dangerous. And the third thing I think is, I freaking told you so. So So I'm pretty upset, and they're not hanging to the left. They're like headed right into that nest of mothers. Now you realize we had already passed them on the way in. And he said nothing about, hey, everybody, let's hang past them. So now, of course, no one got, which makes this an okay story to tell. Everybody collects their paddle boards at the end, and we get back on the bus. And I delight in telling them the story that you almost paddled right into a nest of crocodiles, which, you know, that emoticon that where the face goes like this, which makes all the us go like this. And I delight in telling them that I was right, they were wrong, they survived danger. And the only moral of this story is when you are faced with a wild animal, you don't have to outrun the animal, you only have to outrun them. Right?
We take the next 2 minutes and Tara from London. Could I get a timeless report?
Yes. Slave